Hi, this is Tori Quizmundo, your instructor for your certification course. Let's pick up where we left off in our last video. We'll start with Task 15. Task 15 says on the blank line before the Technology Forecast section. Well, I can't see my sections right now. I'm going to my View tab, and I'm going to select my navigation pane so I can look at the different sections. And I'm not seeing Technology Forecast, which is fine, so I'll type it in. There we go. Technology forecasts. Okay, now it says on the blank line above, and because I have my show hide button on, I can easily see the blank line above. Now, it's going to ask me to insert a Smartart. So I'll go to my Insert tab, choose my Smartart button, and it says that this is a process category. And I'll choose from the process category my basic chevron. And as I mouse over, the screen tip will tell me what my Smartart is. This is my basic chevron process. So I will select that. Okay, now it's going to ask me to type into each one of these. I need to type grade school. And I could type here and click into each one of these texts, or I could type on the left. You choose what's best for you. Middle school and high school. Now, I always say when I'm taking a test that I read the directions like I'm stupid, because I will read them over and over, and I will typically read them very slow. So on the blank line before the Technology Forecast section, add a basic chevron process Smartart. In the first shape, type grade school. Done. In the next one, type middle school, and in the third, type high school. Okay, that's complete. Now it's going to give me another task at the end, which is move the first shape to the middle. So grade school is in the middle shape. So we would need to move grade school. Now, if I look up here, I've got some Smartart tools, my design, and my format. On my design tab, now if I were to try to retype, copy paste, cut paste, drag and drop, any of those are going to be wrong. The only way you can do this task is to use this move up or move down. So I want grade school to be in the middle, and so I'm going to tell it to move down the line. So now middle school is on the left, grade school is in the middle, and that's what it's asked for. Okay, that task is complete. Let's check out task 16. Let me click off of my Smartart. 16, change the Smartart colors to dark fill 2. Okay, that's fine. Select my Smartart. Go to my Smartart tools, which are now available to me, and it's going to ask me, change the Smartart colors to dark fill 2. Well, here's my change colors button. I need to find dark, yep, there we go, dark fill 2. Select dark fill 2. Step task 16, complete. Let's move on. Task 17, apply the moderate effect to the Smartart. The moderate effect. Well, here are my Smartart styles right here. And if I were to mouse over these, I would get different options. Subtle effect, simple fill, white outline, moderate effect. Here's my moderate effect. Once I've selected that, that task is complete. This one is my favorite, the polished, but didn't ask for that. So we'll go back to moderate effect. So step 17 is complete. Task 18. To the right of the text, technology forecasts. Well, we just found that. So I need to click off of my Smartart, come down here, technology forecast. It says to the right of that. So over here. Add a 12-point star. Okay. That's a shape. I need to insert a shape. Now, all of these shapes are identified. And if I mouse over them, they're going to tell me exactly what they are. An arrow up, an arrow curved up. So it gives me all these options of what they are. But I know I want a star, so I'll go to the stars and banners category. And this set of instructions is going to ask me to find a 12-point star. So this one here has a number 12. That is indeed the 12-point star. And then I'm going to come over here to the right of technology forecast like it said, and I need to click, hold, and drag, drag, drag so that I can pull this star out and make it a shape. It does not tell me how large to make the shape. It does not tell me any other information about the shape. It just says to add a 12-point star and add the text update, which will type in automatically if you just simply start typing. Then it says to add a round bevel effect to the shape. So with my shape selected, I get this Format tab for my drawing tools up here. And there are different options that I can use on my shape. There are shape fills, shape outlines, shape styles, and shape effects. My effects are what's going to give me presets, shadow, reflection, glow, soft edges, and bevel. In this case, it says add the round bevel effect. Round, first one. Good job. This task is complete. Let's take a look at task 19. Task 19, in the blank line under, the future of AI technology. So here we go. It's this category right here. The future of AI technology. In the blank line under it, use the 3D models feature, so I need the blank line under it. And this is something new in 2019, is to use the 3D models. So we're going to insert, and you'll have a button that's called 3D models. And on your test, you will have an option to pull those models from a specific drive. You will have to look for that drive. So here it's going to release automatically, but on your test, you'll have to look for the drive. You'll have to actually, on your test, you'll have to say 3D models from a file, and you're going to have to find a drive that's on your computer and look for a drive, okay? Now, on the standard install, if you just click 3D models, it will come up. But be prepared that on your test, you will have to say from a file, look for the file under a particular drive, which I think is the P drive on your test. It's almost a little tricky. Anyway, here we go. Use the 3D models feature to insert a technology image of your choice. There we go, technology. I get to choose the image of my choice. All right, let's just choose this camera and insert. All right, and now you can see like I can move this 3D object to any direction that I would like so that I can point things out on it. All right, and I'm going to make it go this direction here. It doesn't tell me what size to make it, so I'll leave it the default size, but it says that it wants it in line with text. So here I've got position, which is my text wrapping, and I can choose where I want it, but then I've got my wrap text, and it says to make it in line with text, and that's where I want to go. But these two options right here, position and wrap text, will give you those two options of making things go around your images. It says to make it in line with text, so it is now in line with the text. I can make it smaller if I like. Okay, that task is complete. Task 20. In the Fashion-Centric Technology section, Fashion-Centric Technology, after the word technology, insert a cell phone. Use the Webdings font character 192. So after the word technology, I'm going to insert a symbol. Anytime it says wingdings, or, this one here, it's going to actually say insert a cell phone, use the Webdings font. Sometimes it will say use a symbol. If you see it say use a symbol, we're going to select more symbols, and we need to go to the font of Webdings. So we will scroll down here. Webdings. And it gives me a specific character code here that I can type in, and my character code is 192, 192. Oh, I'm on Wingdings. Of course I am. I want Web dings. Here we go. Web dings 192. There's my cell phone. Select it, choose insert, and then say close. And now I have a little tiny cell phone right there beside of my text. That is a symbol. Anytime it says symbol or it gives you something of web dings and asks you to go search for it, for a shape that's in there, that's where you'd like to go. Step 21. Assign the alt text description of school to the Smartart graphic. Be sure to select the entire Smartart graphic. So we're going to go back to our Smartart graphic. Here it is. We want to make sure that we're selecting the whole thing, which I have the whole thing selected. What it means by make sure you select the whole thing is I can select each individual item, and we do not want to do that. We want to make sure that we have selected the whole Smartart. Okay, we have these two tabs up here, our design and our format. But these are not quite like the table. The table does not offer a properties area. So if you don't ever see like a properties area in your table, in your tools that are provided for you, then you can simply right click on top of it while it's selected. And it's going to give you different options. And I wanted to make sure I didn't have this one single item selected. So I'm going to right click here and I'm going to say edit alt text. See, I didn't have this a minute ago because when I went to right click, I accidentally selected this. So I didn't have that. So I need to come into my blank space. So I'm not selecting anything. Right click and I'm going to edit the alt text. Assign the alt text description of school. So we're going to type the word school into the description and be sure to select the entire Smartart graphic, which we did. I'm going to now click off of it and close out of my alt text. Task 21 is complete. Let's take a look at the last task, task 22. Check the document for accessibility issues. Okay, to do that, I'll go to File and Check for Issues, check Accessibility. So you can see that we've got quite a few options over here in this accessibility navigation that are incorrect. Correct the table-related issue. So if I look over here, this is going to tell me that this group, and if I click on it, it takes me there, is missing something. Or this image is missing something. Or this image is missing something. So what I want to find here is the table. There is a warning here, merged or split cells in the table, and it is the table cell. So when I click on it, it'll take me. Check the reading order of the table, okay? But in this particular instance, it asks us to correct the first table-related issue reported in the inspection results. All right, now, when you are taking your test, and now if you hit this down arrow, it will have recommended actions, and it says merge cells, and I can click there, and it tells me what the problem is, and it will typically have a recommended action. Now, here, when I say recommended action and I click on merge cells, it does not fix anything. I have to do that myself. However, on your test, when you hit the down arrow and you choose the recommended action, it will fix it for you. Okay? So in my instance, I'm going to have to fix this myself. This is a merged cell, so I would need to come back and say that I would like to unmerge this cell. All right? So I'd have to go back and split this cell. I am not going to worry with doing that task right now. I just need to make sure that you know that when you are checking for accessibility, you go to File, Check for Issues, check accessibility. Your navigation pane will come up on the right for your accessibility checklist. Your inspection results will come up. You will find the first error or warning that it tells you to find. It will give you a recommended action, and you can select the action. All right, and that will fix it. However, in this one, I ask you to go to the table, and it's really not a fixable one necessarily. And when you hit your down arrow here, it has recommended actions, and it does not fix it. But that's okay, because these are files that I create on my own, and tasks that I put together just for you guys, and that was the very last task. So I hope that you have found this Project 2 to be beneficial to you, and that is the end of Project 2. Thank you for watching the video.